Presenting the 1990 United States Collegiate Wind Band's 20th Annual European Tour. Dr. and Mrs. Al G. Wright are the organizers and tour directors. Dr. Wright is Director of Bands Emeritus at Purdue University and President of the John Philip Sousa Foundation. Gladys Wright is the founding president of the Women Band Directors National Association and the first woman to be elected to the prestigious American Bandmasters Association. Professor Richard Miles is the conductor of the Collegiate Wind Band Patriots. Professor Miles is the director of bands at Morehead State University in Morehead, Kentucky. He is also the director of the well-known annual Morehead University Winter Band Clinic. Mr. Jay Burchek is the tour administrator and assistant conductor of the Patriots. He is director of bands emeritus at Douglas Senior High School in Portland, Oregon. Mr. Burchek is a past president of the American School Band Directors National Association. Also serving on the staff as sectional rehearsal directors and counselors are Miss Susan Cressup from Tennessee, Miss Ann Sittard from Connecticut, and Mr. John Montgomery from Nevada.
57th Street, about 2 blocks from Lincoln Center, a block from Carnegie Hall, about 2 blocks from the New York Hard Rock Cafe.
Dr. Miles will give that to you, but please do not take class while they're playing, because if they have to be looking your way, they'll have 2 red dots. When they play those, it'll be the wrong notes, you understand. So, of course, if you have no class, that's perfectly right. But there will be a photo opportunity. We're very pleased with the 3 bands we have going this year. Each one of them is different. Each one of them is excellent quality. And this is our 20th anniversary. And we brought everybody back, even when some of the parents said, leave them over there, we bring them back anyway, so fear not. And they'll be much mature, more mature when they come back. They're a fine bunch of youngsters. We should be very proud of them.
These are all paintings of Versailles.
Any idea?
Yeah, we're way up at the palace, which is way up in the top there. If you look out over there,
Music room.
I don't know.
Enormous fireplace. You know, they spent a great deal of money on this castle. This is one of the reasons the revolution took place, because the French monarchy taxed the people so heavily. Of Louis XIV, I'm quite sure. Marie Antoinette. This is the battle gallery, filled with paintings of famous battles of French history, particularly Napoleonic. Drums in 1745. This is bugles. Versailles. This is the Arcade Hotel in Paris. This is the River Seine from the second floor of the Eiffel Tower. This is the new section of Paris, the skyscrapers way out in the distance. The boats, river boats for the night trips up the Seine. We go by there tomorrow. The elevator going all the way up, and now it's one of the elevators is coming down. You can see it moving down.
Yes, it goes faster than what it looks like.
Yeah, now this building, you know, when the 1800s, right after their revolution. Mr. Eiffel.
We were here last night, but we're on our tour today, and this is what we're stopping for about 10 minutes here. Last night we were up to the top of this, and many members of the band went clear to the top. Some of the rest of them went only to the first level, but very interesting and a beautiful view of the city because it was rather clear and good for picture taking. Woo! Here they come. You're on candid camera, guys. Battery's getting weak.
1990. 13 kilograms, of gold in the gold leaf to cover all these military emblems. So that again, the dome is looking like it was in the days of King Louis XIV, 3 centuries ago. It was in 1840, 20 years after Napoleon died, that France could obtain the return of the coffin of the emperor from the island of Saint Helens where Napoleon died. The 2 roofs of the Grand Palais and the Petit Palais, the 2 palaces built for the World Fair in 1900. The Romanov family and the arms of St. Petersburg and Paris. of the construction. On the other one, there is a nicer sculpture, which is La Marseillaise, March of the Volunteers for the Battles of the Revolution. It's a very strong sculpture. On the pavement, that's the tomb of the unknown soldier, a soldier of the first radiate from it, giving the square the shape of a star, and that shape is marked down on the pavement by the pink stones that draw an enormous stone, an enormous star, I mean. Is the Louvre Museum.
This is tough to get around here. You know what's that way?
We're never going to see here.
Oregon Lane. These are statues are representing the 8 main. Right now you see the embassy on your left. Chez Maxime, so now like the red.
Genie de Liaison. Maxime.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Nazis?
They're Nazis, right?
Everybody's going to.
Madeline Church.
You go there to be seen.
You see Fauchon at the end of the square?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they have very nice pastry and, you know, very nice.
That's for us people, right?
The Church of the Madeleine.
Days of Napoleon III, Napoleon's nephew, the emperor, who wished to go to the opera at night. That was when we're enjoying life. In his days, the opera was a place to go. And Napoleon III had no time to see the end of the construction. By the time he was now, just the ballet has been kept in this opera house. In the morning is at 6:30, a quartet of the opera, I mean Charles Garnier. And you see this, in front of us is the Vendôme column with Napoleon I on top. This column was erected after the victory of the emperor in Austerlitz. So you see Napoleon I on top dressed as a Roman emperor. The column itself has so many reliefs telling the story of that battle.
Back to Concord Square.
It was the Rock Palace in the Middle Ages. It's still today our law court, the Palace of Justice, but they rebuilt it, keeping the older towers, the 2 central towers, and
This is the City Hall of Paris.
And you see that's a very heavy bell, which weighs a static ton. 3 men carrying it, and Quasimodo never knew that bell because it's only 3 centuries old. And Quasimodo lived in the 15th century. The famous hunchback in the book of Victor Hugo probably never existed.
What?
To remember one of the main facades 1220.
Highways and byways lead out. From its location in the center of the ancient Capetian kingdom, the Cathedral of Paris has viewed the spectacle of the city's growth, its changes, vanishings, and rebirths. It has witnessed all its metamorphoses. It has stood by while regimes tumbled, and while the most glamorous pageantry of a history-fraught nation was performed. The cathedral is Paris's most important ex-voto, appealing to our memories in the name of eternity. Saint-Denis, the first bishop of Paris, who was beheaded at Montmartre by the Romans, and who, according to legend, carried his head to the site of the basilica that was later erected to commemorate him. This incomparable monument, founded in 1163, spawned by the meeting between Romanesque and Gothic art, forcefully testifies to the sagacity and serenity of the great medieval epoch. But this miraculous vessel looks as if it were sailing up the Seine towards the rising sun of an eternal dawn. It was destined to undergo the gradual erosion wrought by passing time, plus the more violent one wrought by revolutions. Victor Hugo's novel, entitled Notre-Dame de Paris, published in 1831, was hailed as an appeal to rescue this marvel from destruction. Another poet was necessary to plan and carry out the restoration work 10 years later. Are displayed in this cathedral emerged from the twofold symbolism of the rose and the wheel, thereby expressing both the visible and the invisible worlds.
The Louvre. Sorry. This is Venus de Milo and her admirers.
¿Sabes dónde hay que poner? Ahí. En lo verde.
isn't it? Really pretty grounds.
Just want to know if they can walk down a little bit.
Oh, sure. Borg on July 9. Somebody turn around and wave. Get those, let's have that counselor wave. Sue, turn around there. That's a way. All right. Somebody turn around.
Actually, you know what?
Come on, you got to look at me if you're going to wave. That's it.
You got a big wrap. Camouflage all over it. It looks like a big leaf. Big leaf.
Hey, guys. Who?
I prayed.
Pittoresques et les sites de Strasbourg baignés par l'île.
This is a view of the charming neighborhood called Petty France, 16th century. This is an old 15th century house, which is now used as a very famous restaurant. This is a view of the Tanners District. At one time, tanning hides was a very important part of the economy. The towers, there are 3 old towers that have survived from the 13th century. Hangman's, French, and the Tower of Chains. The Tower of Chains was where they sent the condemned prisoners, and you can still see their names inscribed on the walls. The Cathedral of Notre Dame towers over to the city of Strasbourg. It is one of the most famous Gothic churches in Northern Europe. It is built on the ruins of an old Mars temple. This was the outpost of the Roman Empire. In the church is the very famous astrology clock. It was built in the 15th century. What people come to see are the wooden figures that strike the hour. Here is where Christ comes out to chase death. Strasbourg is also the city headquarters for United Europe. approximately 100 miles northeast of Munich. Near Augsburg and Wertingen.
Wertingen. Military escort.
ein sehr einfach Dirigent ist. It would be nice if you enter your name and the stage.
City, a walking tour of about from the top of the Lutheran Church.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
some of the band members, if you would all stand. I think the band owes you a real big round of applause. Could we have all the parents?
Happy wind bands. It's my honor to present to Mr. Manfred Litt. It's presented to him and the Gymnasium Winterger. Very special thank you.
Right, I see the yellow front, white, and the flag. Mozart's house. It's about 3 stories. There's some of our people in the crowd. Very crowded here today. Turn, I want to see those braces. What a pretty smile. Hey, what a wave.
Mozart was born in this house in 1756. He supposedly was born in this room.
Salzburg. We're looking at the Salzach River. Beautiful. Here's the director. Hey!
It's not only famous in something place. For example, King Yaris one. So thank you.
Concert in Loafer in July, right in the middle of a small village. A surprising number of people that attended. What's that? Pretty low. What have I got?
This is the Golden Roof, Innsbruck. This is where Maximilian used to observe the jousting exercises and so forth in the area below.
Leather and crystal.
Is there any place around here to get like a regular jacket or men's? Because all the places we've been going into are women's clothing.
The Golden Roof of Innsbruck. This is in the square right by the Golden Roof, this very ornate, gingerly decorated building of the 16th century.
Down to St. Mark's. Come on, Kyle, give me a wave here. How about a little wave there, guys? Look alive.
But look, there's a camera. Say hi. Say hi, Mr. Merchant.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Chissà per lui, stazione,
This is St. Mark's.
Glass is made inside that oven using silica sand and solid potassium. Temperature of fusion practically 1200 centigrade degrees. That's why you can feel certain kind of heat in this room. And we have another 400 centigrade filled in the other oven at that time, which is practically bit uneven, you know. was saying today, only one master works each other the years, or drinking glasses. These two masters working in a team in order to make pieces like that. Great, it is very nice, kind of what it means. Like during summer, you know, they swell up. Bravo, maestro!
This is looking down from the basilica out over the water.
This is the Dowager's Palace. This is the waterfront, so that you can rent a gondola. Here is a gondolier waiting for a customer. And here are the gondolas waiting for a passenger. The bridge sides. And his cat. This is the mouser and the ratter. And he's a big fat. He's in a restaurant where we're having lunch. Aida. This is the Opera Square, opposite the arena. Galleria. Galleria is composed of restaurants and shops. It was built in the late 1800s. On the opening night, the man who designed it was adjusting something and fell to his death on a high scaffolding. The Scala Opera House. This is the Opera House, the famous Milan Opera House where most of Verdi's operas were first produced. Leonardo. Famous Gothic Milan Cathedral. This is a gorgile. The water runs off the roof and out is the gorgile. If you wish to go to the top, you take the elevator or the stairs straight ahead. To the Galleria, which has props for a summer program. In there are all of the famous shops in the glass dome area. Lugano, Switzerland. Lugano is located by the lake and is a summer resort for Swiss people and for other Europeans. You can rent boats, go swimming, take cruises. Bookers, major watch store in Switzerland. Shopping in Switzerland. Hotel Continental.
Dinner? 9 o'clock. It's pretty much. That's right.
This is the river running outside the Gourmet Hotel. This is Mont Blanc and the famous statue of Chamonix. The mountain climbers. City shot. Okay. The French citron. This is the Frank tour, where some of the students are staying half stay on here. The hotel is in 2 sections, one there. It's been recently rebuilt and renovated.
Smile. Hi, Mom. You've always wanted to do that, haven't you? Croissant.
wave there, guys. Practice your waves. Practice your waves. What's the story? Can we get on any time or what, I wonder? What are you going to tell us? Come on, guys, let's have a little hand wave here. Little, that's it.
Like this?
Whee! Loading up on the second stage.
Take a picture of Mom now.
All the time, all together. Extrovert check.
Yes. Hello, hello. Hey, give me a wave. Give me a smile. I want to see those braces. Hey, guys, you're on candid. Oh, very good.
Oh, the mountain's covered up again.
Yeah, it is. People, very, very smooth ride. It's a little hard to see. A lot of clouds. Got to get a.
Really nice.
Get my close up here. Very rocky on this side. Most of the snow is on the other side. On the other side of the canyon.
Come on, are you sure? I'd like to walk over too. Come on.
Bird's eye view of the descent.
Yeah.
Ooh, Queen Anne's lace.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do that when I grow up. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
This is where we come out of the mountain. Switzerland. The big new contemporary hotel located on a hill overlooking the lake. Hotel Europa. 6:30 a.m. Breakfast, a good Swiss breakfast. Brian, did you see all this? Look at that.
Where we're staying tonight, they have a beautiful courtyard here. A lot of pretty flowers. Very old abbey. Port of Zeebrugge, Belgium.
Very.
Fine underground station. They're at the corner of Hyde Park, where people on a Sunday Saturday morning, a little later than now, it's still a little early, they will get themselves up on the soapbox, talk about anything they want.
Berkeley Square.
Berkeley Square, spelt Berkeley. Look at those old houses on your right now. They're very old, built at about 1750 to 1780. Those dark Georgian houses. Museum, just street, a fine shopping street, and immediately ahead of it, that's Shaftesbury Avenue. There's Eros on your knee, but you have to pay £150 for a ticket to get into Phantom of the Opera, and a lovely theatre, so obviously some special event is taking place at a Horse Guards Parade.
Don't say that.
Very successful. In AD 43, 43 years after the birth of Christ, the Romans discovered the ancient Britain. And they settled here, especially here in London. A bit flattering, I wouldn't be at all surprised. We all know that she looked a bit of a bag by the end of her days, but she looked pretty good at the beginning. Thanks very much. Here it is, defensive walls. Now we are going over Tower Bridge. Now this bridge was only put up in 1896. It's not all that old, but it's very, very
So we're not going to stand and watch that.
police forces. The police will follow the battalion, we follow the police. Right, be ready to walk, everyone.
Buckingham Palace.
At the heart of London is Buckingham Palace. It's the principal home of the sovereign, and has been so since the young Queen Victoria came to the throne. Although the palace looks like a great English country house, surrounded by trees and lawns, the life and bustle of the big city is close by. The morning ritual, the pageantry and excitement of the changing of the guard. Out in its history. Downstream, it widens towards Greenwich, where lie the most easterly of the old Thames-side palaces. This superb group of buildings now houses the Royal Naval College, Maritime Museum, and the world-famous observatory. The intricate web of mast and rigging belongs to the Cutty Sark and is another link with Britain's maritime past. Now she's in dry dock, but 100 years ago she sailed the China seas, carrying great cargoes of tea. She was famous as the fastest clipper afloat. 2,000 years ago, the Romans founded the walled city of Londinium, The tower, built 900 years after the Romans left, has been palace, royal mint, prison and fortress, and today houses the crown jewels. The White Tower is the most impressive of the group of buildings. Its 100-foot-high walls contain a chapel and a most amazing collection of armor and weapons. The garden next to the tower lies St. Catherine's Dock. It was first developed about 800 years ago, and as the city grew and prospered, so the docks grew also. Its present wharves and dominates the river. Its massive twin towers of steel and stone complement the Tower of London close by. However, the bridge is not quite as ancient as it looks. It's a marvel of Victorian engineering. It was built for road traffic, but its centre opens to allow tall ships through. The city's most famous building is St. Paul's Cathedral, Sir Christopher Wren's great masterpiece. The first cathedral on this site was constructed only 600 years after the birth of Christ. The present building, designed after the Great Fire of London in 1666, took Wren 35 years to finish. It still dominates the city skyline. The Golden Cross and the Golden Ball surmount the perfect curve of the Great Dome. Inside, the immediate impression is of gold mosaic and glowing light. Sir Christopher Wren is buried in the nave beneath the dome. The cathedral has seen many momentous events. In this century, Sir Winston Churchill's funeral and a great royal wedding have taken place in it. This cathedral is a place of harmony and peace. The delicacy of the pale stonework and its classical proportions give a feeling of luminous space.
into the band until it's huge and full. Field House, 1990. Medieval banquet. This is our number 2 table here. Hey, wave. Woo. Oh, ooh, right down there.
This is one of the winches at Hatfield House.
Before me, I shall tell you just what I'm looking for. Maybe 2 more songs for an and I know while they sing, you will be very, very quiet. And the first one who's going to sing for you is Lady Sylvia.
Madam, may I tie your garter, tie it a little above the knee? If my hand should stray a little further, would you think it wrong of me?
It was in this very building that kings and queens sat down. They saw the show you have seen, heard the merry sound. Pray with attention, we do not wish to shout. Seeing you see, admission is free. But there it is. After 3, 6. It does about 54 shapes, about 2.5 minutes. This goes another hour if you can hang on. The musicians have just got to change into their lyrics. After 3, 3. A tiny piece of paper, and it's made of folds, keeps, with certain shapes that may entertain the all practical weeks. A fan for the lovely ladies. For the gentleman, a fine bow tie. A plate sweet your good meal from, and a glass of wine stand by. If you get so hungry, here's a pancake for your tea. That's made with 6 eggs, that's for 12, and that one's only 3. And that's the intelligent end, saying our person. Right. How to do better than that? All over on the side. That's what saying again. Right, you don't have a message, do you? And usually.
Judith Allstatter Matthew Bowman, Jodine Boyd, Ted Brockman, Tara Brum, Patricia Buss, Amy Cannon, Jill Clark, Christopher Cousins, Daniel Dover, Dale Dunn, Kyle Edwards, Steve Edwards, Tia Fleming, Charles Flint, Kathy Frey, Lisa Gasper, Jeffrey Greenwich, Chris Hardy, Michael Hardy, Tim Hout, Natalie Heath, Lisa Johnston, Michelle Johnson, Jason Jelinek, Marcus Goldman, Agami Kamata, Mike Kitchler, Sue Kim, Courtney Curtin, Karanana Lansky, Brian Lester, Matt Loveland, Chris Lufer, Jennifer Lyon, Darla McNeely, Jennifer Morgan, Heather Morse, David Nelson Jr., Matisa Olinger, Carmen Patton, Carolyn Petroff, James Ramsey, Andrea Rannick, David Rapaz, Heather Reel, Tim Rosenthal, Marla Suzama, Ken Schilling, Kathy Sue Seaman, Robert Sharp, Mike Simmons, Marlena Smith, William Smittle, Verita Soto, Katrina Stevens, Dean Martina, Erwin Swanson, Shelley Tacker, Veronica Tarr, Michelle Wachowski, Melissa Deborah Weller, Linda Wasoba, Christina Weston, and Julie Zimmer. Staff member John.